Good morning. The chapter 4 of Constitution of Law deals with the executive, president, governor, and prime ministers, their elections, their appointment, and who will be the first hierarchy. All these things are. The president is the sovereignty of India. So, the president is elected by electoral college. That means according both parliament houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, then the state assemblies, and if they are bicameral assembly, they will also have right to vote. There shall be uniformity of representation of the different states at the election, and parity shall be maintained between the states as a whole and the union. Article 55 deals with that. Then the vote of the states in the aggregate in the electoral college for the election of the shall equal to that of the people of the country as a whole. There shall be 10 proposers and 10 seconders according to Vice President and Presidential Elections Act 1952. President's election cannot be prevented or suspended on the ground that any vacancy exists in electoral college electing him when the state assembly has been dissolved under Article 356 and its members are unable to participate in the election. Still, the election of the president and vice president cannot be suspended. Qualification must be citizen of India according to Article 58. Completed age of 35 years. He should have all qualifications to be elected as a member of Lok Sabha. Negative qualification, he should not have any office of property and member of House of Parliament or House of Legislature of any state. So he is executive directly or indirectly through subordinate officers. He is an ex officio supreme commander of defense forces. He can declare war and make peace. Then he can appoint governors, lieutenant chief justice and chief justice of Supreme Court, High Court, Prime Minister, Union Minister, Chief Election Officer, Controller and Auditor General of members, UPSC members, Finance Commission and Interstate Council, Commissioner of ST, SC, backward class and minorities. Then he makes rules for the more convenient transaction of business of government and allottees among ministers and business. He must be informed of all decisions of Council of Ministers. He governs the Union Territory through Administrator or Lieutenant Governor. He has power to remove his ministers individually, Attorney General of India, the Governor of State, the Chairman or Member of the Public Service Commission, a Judge of the Supreme Court, High Court, or an election officer. These all are the executive power. The legislative power, he can summon, prorogue, address the parliament. He also dissolves Lok Sabha. He can also summon joint sitting of both houses of parliament in case of deadlock between them. He may send a message either to the House of Parliament regard to any bill or to any matter. Laying report before Parliament, annual financial statement, report of Controller and Auditor General should be before him. There are certain bills which cannot be introduced in Parliament without the previous sanction or recommendation of the President. Creation or reorganization of states, money bill, a bill involving expenditure from Consolidated Fund of India, a bill affecting taxation in which states are interested, bill imposing restriction on freedom of trade and commerce. No bill can become an act without President's signature. Except for money bill, he can return other bill for reconsideration of the Parliament. If however two houses pass bill again without amendment suggested by President and the bill is presented, he cannot withhold assent of the bill. Thus veto power of President is limited. When Parliament is not in session, he may promulgate ordinance. The President nominates 12 members to Rajya Sabha from persons having special knowledge of arts, science, literature and social services. He also nominates 2 Anglo-Indian members to the Lok Sabha if they are not represented. Finance power. No money bill can be introduced President without President's previous sanction. He can make advance out of contingency fund to meet unforeseen expenditures like flood, droughts, war, etc. pending approval of the Parliament. He has power to determine state's share of proceeds of the income tax and the amount of yearly grants in aid to certain states. He appoints Finance Commission. He causes to be laid before Parliament annual financial statement budget at the beginning of the financial year. Judicial and diplomatic powers. President is empowered to pardon offenders or to remit, reprieve, suspend or commute their sentence. He appoints ambassadors, receives the credentials of foreign diplomatic representative. Then emergency power. When the security of country is threatened, he can proclaim national emergency. He also promulgate the president's rule in state. He can also promulgate financial emergency. That much you should understand. Best